Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News for Saturday, August 8th, 2015. The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, in collaboration with the Universal Rastafari Movement and the Goodwill Farmers Cooperative, on Friday, August 7th, engaged residents of Rose Place in a disaster mobilization seminar. The initiative was aimed at getting the residents better prepared for disasters and coastal hazards, as Rose Place area has been deemed vulnerable to natural hazards. Deputy Director of NEMO, Michelle Forbes, says the program is being funded by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, Barbados, and the OECS. Additionally, Forbes says 10 radio data system receivers have been donated to residents and business persons within the area to help alert others of impending hazards.
As you know, Rose Place is one of the most vulnerable communities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with its proximity to the beach side. So they have been impacted over the years from flooding. You can remember Hurricane Lenny in 1999. We would have been impacted here in Rose Place December 2013 floods and had quite a few persons being impacted. So we want to mobilize the community in terms of how they can be better prepared for emergencies here in Rose Place. It is one of the communities we are also targeting to focus on some coastal hazards awareness and programs for 2016 in terms of tsunami awareness. We're working along with different agencies focusing on tsunami awareness in 2016. So we have to start engaging the community even before.
The NEMO Deputy Director further states that testings for the RDS receivers have been ongoing and sounded high praises to SVG-TV sister station Hits 103.7 for assisting in the smooth testing of the system.
Which shows that we'll actually be distributing 10 what we call RDS receivers here in Rose Place this afternoon to 10 community members and businesses. In the event that there's an emergency, we at NEMO will be able to transmit that emergency signal through the RDS receivers, which acts like a radio. So far we have had Hits FM actually have been the leading radio station on board in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines emergency warning system. They have been the first radio station to assist us in actually being able to disseminate the information. We have been testing the receivers and the emergency warning system for the last 2 months or so, and we can actually say that with Hits FM the signal is actually going out. We have tested in Union Island, we have tested in Chateaubriand, Sandy Bay, Owea, and in and around Kingston, and so far the communities have been receiving the signal. So we want to really say thanks especially to Hits FM to facilitating this process. I know we will actually be having a full launch of the system later on this year, but we are actually testing and disseminating to the community.
Meanwhile, explaining how the radio data system RDS operates was computer engineer Christina Swiley. The technical expert says the RDS has a series of warning and alarm rings to alert persons of the severity of an approaching disaster.
What it usually does is we send a message from the Common Alerting Protocol website, and this receiver keeps polling the website, polling as in keeps checking to see if a message was sent periodically, like every 8 to 10 seconds, and once it recognizes a message has been sent, then that message will then come into the receiver. There will be alert. You would hear an alarm going off depending on the severity of the message. If it's just a small warning, then you'll hear a small alarm. If it's something drastic, then it will alarm very loud. The screen will turn red, and you'll see the message scrolling across the screen. This radio stores up to 8 stations, each on 2 stations on each one of these buttons. When the radio is turned on, it looks for the 8 stations, and after finding the 8 stations, it will then search for the early warning station.
In an effort to reduce this country's high food import bill, young persons here are being encouraged to get more involved in farming. Banana Company Measures BAM coordinator Patrick Martin, while speaking at the start of a 2-day workshop this week, said SVG imports annually some $40 million in meat and poultry products. He explains that this can be an avenue for young farmers to earn a living.
We'll be able to make inroads into all these import figures which I just mentioned. And notice we haven't even mentioned the US market or the UK market yet. And we have such large numbers to target. The target is huge. And the challenge is for us to get our marketing arrangements in place and our marketing expertise, marketing facilities in place. The program is also seeking to increase youth involvement. So the program is seeking to lay a large part of the groundwork.
As the last days of summer quickly approach, the Roads, Buildings and General Services Authority, BRACSA, is ensuring that the children of 7 of its employees are ready for back to school. On Friday, August 7th, BRACSA presented educational grants to Jamie Williams, Trishana George, Kavon Delpesh, Azia Jessamy, Zanik Murray, Fedra Ned and Conroy Small, all children of employees who were successful in the 2015 Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment CPEA examinations. BRACSA's Communications Officer Roxanne Mashon Millington said the company is proud to be assisting in the future development and success of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mashal Millington advised the students to make the most of the opportunity and to understand that education goes further than being in a classroom. The communications officer also advised parents to always support their children and to encourage them to at all times strive for excellence.
Let me encourage you as parents to continue providing guidance and support to all your children at all times as they embark on this new journey. Once again, let me say congratulations to our students. Students will be given a token of appreciation, and we trust that this will assist where possible as you prepare to enter a new chapter of your life. Students, education is important to each and every one of you. It's the ability to grow and mature. Education is the ability to try, to make a mistake, to learn, and to try again. Education is so much more than simply sitting in a classroom.
BRACSA's Chief Executive Officer Dexter Jelliso congratulated the students on their successes and added that exceptional performances will always be rewarded and recognized.
BRACSA has over the years proven that it cares about the children, the education of the children of its employees. So it gives us great honor once again to provide financial assistance to several staff members as they prepare their children for their new chapter in their lives. Parents, I know you must be very proud of your kids' achievement thus far, and also the effort they have put in to achieve of their achievements thus far. New students, I'm saying to you now, you have done it, and congratulations. Also, never forget there's always more to achieve ahead of you. As you move into this new stage of your development, that will no doubt come with new challenges and experience. Therefore, I urge you not to be satisfied with just getting into a secondary school, but to continue to work hard as you move on to even higher achievements.
Persons in Kingston yesterday had the opportunity to learn more about the functions of the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, and the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, through an open day which was held at Heritage Square. The collaboration between the two entities is in commemoration of ECTEL's 15th anniversary. Persons were also informed of the various projects being implemented here under the Universal Service Fund, the USF, and the functions and responsibilities of ECTEL, among other things. Earlier this week, ECTEL also launched its survey report on broadband usage in ECTEL member states and the annual electronic communications sector review for the period 2013-2014. One of the findings in the ECTEL report was that the most affordable countries with broadband access of the ECTEL member states was St. Kitts and Nevis and Grenada. The other ECTEL signatures are Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.